Okay. So I was just like sitting here, not knowing if I was going live or not. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. What's up? How's it going, guys? Can now. Okay, great. Wonderful. Alright, second stream starting off alright. This guy's a clown? I might be. Cool, yeah, I just cut the shit out of my finger, so I would have been here a little earlier, but I had to go put a band-aid on and all that. How's everyone doing, though? Let me know. Let me know in the chat how everyone's doing. Got some fun stuff to talk about today. Predictions, like, bro, there's a web manga for a reason. There's no predictions. Man, this guy. All right, Jorge. Fuck your stream. All right. What's up, El Penguino? Fire stream. Appreciate that. Let's get going. All good. Look at the channel members, guys. Asande. Hey, Shalat. How's it going? One of my 3 channel members here. Appreciate you guys hopping in. All right. So what's going on with this dude? It's true though. What are you going to predict? Here, I'll predict this. I'm gonna predict that you're gonna hide in this chat. There you go. I wonder if that prediction's gonna come true. But anyways, sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're gonna be talking JJK 228 spoilers that are coming out tonight, and also One Punch Man Chapter 193, which is coming out tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, honestly, we could talk about both at the same time. I'm not really choosing one in particular. So, for one, let me know what questions you guys got in the chat. Let's see. It's the man whose name is anxiety. That's me, my friend. That is me. Hey, what's up? I'm helping you get 1 million subs. Appreciate that, Javier. Thank you. We're like 10% of the way there. How did you cut your finger? I was looking for something and there was like a blade in the drawer and I cut my finger. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. But Gojo and Saitama thumbnail for the live stream was. I mean, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. It's both of those guys. Well, maybe not Gojo so much, but. Hey yo, Gia, welcome to the channel memberships. There, now we got 4. Actually, here I'm gonna post the link in here. So if anyone wants to join the channel as a member, greatly appreciated. And I'm gonna be dropping the One Punch Man chapter review a little bit earlier for the channel members, so you're gonna get it probably a couple hours earlier before everybody else. So that's nice. But all right, let's get talking about these JJK 228 predictions, because I do think this might be Kashimo's like one and only chapter, right? He might have another one after this, but I don't know. The way his curse technique works and the way Sukuna just straight up like went into his full on, Heian-era form, I'm thinking that he's gonna have a straight up all out fight with him next chapter, and that's gonna be the end of it. And then after that, that's when I think that all the students are gonna come in, like Yuji, Maki, Akotsu's gonna probably get, have his time with Kenjaku. So I feel like he might be doing his own thing. But on top of that, I think everyone's gonna be hopping in and playing a role here. Not this coming chapter, but the one after that. But what do you guys think? Great breakdowns and chapter. Appreciate that on Unworldly. Yeah, I think that's your name. What's your favorite anime character of all time? I'll answer that really quick. Anime character of all time. I want to say it's like Edward Elric, just because he's like the right amount of arrogant as like an MC. Where, because I've never been a fan of those MCs that are like, I gotta save everybody at all costs, like, you know, Midoriya or something from My Hero. I kind of like them having that like arrogance to them, but not to the point where it's super cocky. But yeah, it has to be Edward Elric for me, I think. Hey, aren't you the anime guy? Would you kill? Would you kill every anime? Gojo coming back, you think, or people are just overdoing it now? I don't think Gojo's coming back. I really don't. I mean, he might have like I don't know, like we might see him in some flashbacks where like maybe he had some stuff planned, like he might have planned for some contingency stuff or something. But other than that, I think we're only going to be seeing him in flashbacks or something. I really think Gojo's this is gone. This is gone for good. I'm in, boys. Hey, well, welcome, Gia. But yeah, I really don't think that Gojo's going to be playing a part in this anymore, unfortunately. But I mean, he gave us a good ride for like 10 chapters. So I mean, we can't ask much more of him, right? But other than that, like I said, I think it's just going to be Kashimo, Sukuna center stage this coming chapter. And the thing, I'm really interested to see if Kashimo uses his domain expansion. That's kind of like my big question. Bit rate is higher than. We recommend that you can stream. Okay, open widget. What's going on with this bit rate? What? Anyways, what do you guys have to say about that? What do you guys think that Kashimo's domain expansion will be? Like, what do you think it'll entail? Do you think we'll even see it? Because I'd be very interested to see a domain expansion from him, considering his curse technique is so damn broken. Let's see. Ooh, I gotta read some of these comments. Fan, me or Finn, Gojo coming back. I already said that. Yo, I'm a big fan. Love the content. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Tristan, can I cuss? I mean, a little bit. We're all grown-ups here, right? What are you even gonna predict or webcomic is far ahead of the manga? I mean, but come on. I mean, like, there's been some changes from the manga. Like, maybe, for example, like last chapter, we all thought that we'd see the flashy flash stuff with Saitama, right? And that just didn't happen. So it's not none of this stuff is guaranteed with the manga. So, you know, either way, just good conversation, right? I didn't really like Gojo. Hey, I mean, a lot of people didn't. Gojo's gonna get his body stolen. Just watch, man. I mean, there's not much to steal right now, dude. There's not much to steal right now. The dude is sliced and diced at the moment, so I don't see that happening. But I mean, crazier things have happened. Maybe he reverse curse techniques his body, Kenjaku does, and just pops his brain in that shit. That would be crazy. He'd be way too strong at that point. But whatever. If Frieza can come back, Gojo can too. Yeah, I mean, they're different stories though, man. You can't get wished back in JJK. What's the thing with Gojo's father? Okay, so I think you're referring to that part when he's talking with when Gojo is talking with Suguru Geto. He's talking to him in that little dream sequence, like just before he dies. And he mentioned something about a father, and he said, well, he you know, let Shoko take care of it or something. I think in the official translation, he actually said his father, like referring to somebody else's father. So what I'm thinking is he was talking about Yuji's father. Maybe he was talking about Toji or something, because he mentioned Megumi right after that. So, I mean, I don't think he's talking about his own father like we originally thought in the fan translations. Unless I'm wrong, let me know in the chat if the official translation mentions his own father, not someone else's father. But I don't know. Maybe, I mean, Yuji's father has to come into play at some point, because he pretty much did it with Kenjaku to have Yuji, right? Like, that's the implication. So he has to play a part in this somehow. The difference, yeah, okay. Well, you're even gonna predict? Oh, I already saw that. Do you think Kenjaku will take over Gojo's body now that his game's ended? Yeah, I was just talking about this. I don't think so, because his body's freaking done. Like, what body is there, right? But at the same time, like it's possible. Like if he reverse curse techniques it, or he just snatches it like he did with Geto's body, and just puts his brain in it. I mean, that's possible, but I kind of hope that doesn't happen, because I feel like that would piss off a lot of Gojo fans, and it just would be, he'd be way too OP. Like, how are they gonna beat him? Let's see. Saitama is the GOAT. You too. Oh, appreciate that, man. As well as Sukuna's body's similarities to Buddha, to a god. Kashimo, I think, will be the same, something like Zeus or Odin. Yeah, with the hot dog, man. Nice. I honestly think Kashimo, because I'm kind of the firm belief that maybe Kashimo isn't going to have a domain expansion. Just, again, like I said, his curse technique is like kind of like a really weird case. We've never seen anything like it before. But if there was a Kashimo domain expansion, I mean, it would of course be lightning related, but at the same time, his like inherent ability can make him like instantly hit people with lightning without even needing like a domain, right? It's always a sure hit. So I'm definitely curious to see what he would even be able to do in a domain, which is why I think we probably won't see it. But if we did, it's definitely interesting to think about what it could possibly be. But as it stands right now, the way that Kashimo can turn his entire body into energy, pretty much, like, that's pretty insane. Like, I'm wondering now, like, since his his whole theme is like lightning and stuff like that, that'll mean that he's probably pretty damn fast, and him being able to straight up just like turn his entire body into like pure energy, essentially. Could he like warp? You know what I mean? Like almost teleport like Gojo can. I think that'd be pretty possible. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an exciting fight. No matter what happens, it's gonna be an exciting, awesome fight, just by the simple fact that Sukuna's Heian era body is here. So we might even be seeing his curse technique for the first time next chapter, like his real one. Yuji's father is Kenjaku. Well, technically his mother, right? I mean, I don't know. That's a whole weird thing. I know it's kind of weird. Like, the more you think about it, the weirder it gets. You know what I mean? The comedian will do something. Sukuna is now way too OP. Oh my god, I can't wait for Takaba to pop through, man. Takaba, this guy, he's goated. He's gonna come in and do some silly ass shit, and I cannot wait to see what he does. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to do this on the fly. I've never done this before. I want to see Takaba, JJK. I should have made him the picture of this, to be honest. Where's he at? Come on. Oh yeah, there we go. Save this image. Downloads. Let's see if I can. I've never done this before. I'm new to OBS, guys, so if this doesn't work, I'm sorry. Image. Let's see. Add this image. Okay. Yeah, there we go. This guy. This guy. I'm hoping this guy pops out and does something great. Okay, let's get back to the stream. Yeah, no, Takaba, man, he's gonna definitely be a crazy wild card. The only unfortunate thing is that I feel like he's probably gonna die. Or I really hope he doesn't. I don't know, because I feel he got added so late. Like, he's like has so little like attachment to the actual story, and his curse technique is just so damn broken and weird. I just feel like he's like was planted in the story for like a specific thing that Gege thought of, right? Like a very specific thing that he thought of, that he like maybe he thought of a certain scene in the end game of like all this stuff that's going on, and he like pictured like, all right, how can I make this one thing happen? And then boom, the character of Takaba comes to life, right? So that's why I'm really excited to see. Every time he pops up, I'm excited to see what he does. But I think he's gonna be playing a role probably like in future chapters, not right now. But hopefully he joins in once like Kashimo gets his business done. Let's see. I gotta start reading some of these comments, guys. Okay. If Kenjaku takes over Gojo's body, is going to feel so weird for a character that is really loved, pretty much spitting on the fandom. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Joe. Like, that's why I don't think he's gonna take his body. Again, there's not really much of a body to take, but I just feel like that would just be weird. I don't know. I feel like Gojo could let him rest. Let him come back in like flashbacks or something like that. But like his physical body is no longer of this world. when we getting started. We're doing it right now. We're talking about what we think what's gonna happen in 228 in just about like 5 hours or something. That's when the leaks usually come out. How long do you guys think One Punch Man will last? I was talking about this yesterday. I think One Punch Man is gonna last like 5 more years, 5 or 6 more years. I think is probably where it's gonna. I think where it's at in the webcomic right now, we're gonna catch up to it probably within the next like 1.5 to 2 years, and then there's gonna be like one more major arc after that, and then we'll be done. That's what I think, but I could definitely be wrong. Sukuna will be done with Kashimo in this chapter. Pains my heart to say this, but yeah, me too, man. Kashimo's goated. I always liked Kashimo just because he was so like broken without a curse technique. Like that's something that people forget. Like they think like just because like him and Hikari had a draw, then that means that he's like, you know, on the same level, if not weaker than Hikari. Like maybe they could be on the same level, maybe, but like what we're seeing right now from Kashimo, I don't know, man. Like he didn't even use his curse technique against Hikari. He just used his regular charged up cursed energy and his intelligence and his battle IQ, and he still like pushed him to the very limit, right? And technically Hikari won off of plot convenience because he pretty much made Kashimo discharge all of his cursed energy and couldn't fight anymore. So I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. But Kashimo's definitely gonna do something big. I think Sukuna's definitely gonna win, but Kashimo's definitely gonna deal at least like, I don't know. If let's say Sukuna right now is at 100%, he and Sukuna, I think Kashimo's gonna probably bring him down to like 60% or something, like 70% or something like that. Like just give him a decent beating, but not enough to even like fully weaken him or anything. So at least that way, you know, Yuji and Megumi, if he hasn't exploded, they can hop in and actually take like the real dub. You know what I mean? Because they kind of have to. They're the main characters. They can't have that stolen from them. Let's see. Why is Mob Psycho 100 the greatest story ever? I love Mob Psycho, especially the anime. They killed it. Bones killed season 3 of the anime. It was awesome, especially the stuff with like Dimple and the Psycho helmet stuff. Like that was like the best little arc of the entire story, and they knocked it out of the park. I loved it. Sukuna, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Neo Heroes in One Punch Man? We know Metal Bat and Child Emperor have joined the Neo Heroes, but do you think any more S-Class will? I'm thinking Zombie Man might. Yeah, that's a good point because we're seeing that like there are some like changes here happening from the webcomic to the manga, so there might be some more S-Class heroes hopping over. I don't think it'll be Zombie Man because Zombie Man's going to be doing his own thing with Dr. Genus. We all know that. So he's going to be off doing something else, being off screen. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's another good S-Class hero that would join the Neo Heroes that wasn't in the webcomic? I'm thinking that it's really hard to come up with one. Maybe not Purry Prisoner either because that dude's in jail. But that's a good question. Maybe Pig God? Maybe. I don't know. That's a good one to think about. Child Emperor, I don't know, man. I think my next bet would probably be Pig God, the more likely one. What do you think Sukuna real ability is? I don't know, but we might be seeing it this chapter. So first we got to see that flame ability. Like what the hell's up with that flame ability, right? Like he says something and then he says open. So what a lot of people have been thinking, what I've been thinking, and this isn't brand new stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's gonna have access, like the shrine. He's gonna have access to multiple abilities within his curse technique. I feel like with this whole like cannibalistic theme, I feel like he's able to kind of, I don't know if like consume the soul of other sorcerers, or maybe like for example how he bit the shit off of Nana Caruso's shoulder. If like he can like take a part of their soul or something, and he can absorb their curse technique that way, or like learn their curse technique and engrave it into his own body, something like that. I'm not really sure. Maybe the markings has something to do with that too, but I do definitely think he has multiple abilities. He's almost like in a Kotsu in a sense, but his is more like directed like specifically with cannibalism or something, like because I forgot what chapter it was when Sukuna was talking about like the true essence of jujitsu, and that kind of always stuck to me because I always think like, is true jujitsu like being able to do pretty much any curse technique without having to have inherited it, right? And that's what like true jujitsu sorcerers could do. They were like jacks of all trades. They could utilize any type of curse technique or any ability, if you're intelligent enough. I mean, I could be dead ass wrong. I could be saying some straight up insane stuff right now, but I don't know. I think he has multiple abilities, not just like one specific thing. Let's see. Sukuna is keeping his curse technique reserves against Yuji's to use to the end. I mean, he could. I really would want to see him use it next chapter though. Against Kashimo, or maybe like a little bit, like a little taste of it. So like you're still kind of left wondering like what the hell can he do, but at the same time like you just saw something crazy and new from him. It would be a shame if he died. Who's Sukuna? I mean, he's like the main antagonist of the series, so you're rooting for the villain there. But I mean, I don't blame you. Sukuna's pretty badass. He's like the true definition of like, a prodigy pretty much. Like he can learn everything on the fly. He's like Garo from One Punch Man. He can just like learn anything by observing it once. That's pretty cool. I always enjoyed that aspect of characters. That's part of the reason why I love Garo so much. My cousin, big fan by the way, always tells me that Yuji is Sukuna's 20th finger. Yuji is Sukuna's 20th finger because how a human, aside of being the main character, can pull up the King of Curses. Also, big healing power shown when he fights Megumi. Actually, I think didn't he point out that Gojo had like held the last finger as a contingency plan for you know what I mean? So like technically Yuji would never be executed because they'd never find the last finger. So that finger I think is going to come back to play in some sort of way, but if it would be a crazy twist if Yuji ended up being the 20th finger somehow. So that means that he'd have a direct reason to defeat Yuji, right? Imagine if Kashimo gets off screen. Nah, dude, that's not gonna. That can't happen. Kashimo cannot get off screen. Here, so we're talking so much Kashimo talk here. I gotta pull up an image of the boy here. There's no way that Gege is gonna off screen two major fighters. I think I always thought like the big reason why Gojo got off screened is because people love him so much, and like the image of him getting actually physically killed like is gonna last forever, right? So maybe like I don't know, what's his name? Like Gege was trying to do him justice or do him right just by sending him off in a more like graceful way, I guess, which I can understand. I mean, I don't really agree with it, but I can understand it. But yeah, I don't think Kashimo's getting off screen. That would be freaking insane. I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the first one to say I will not like that at all. Okay. Oh, yeah, here's the guy. It's way too big though. Kashimo. Nice. All right, let's get. Ooh, $1 donation or €1 donation. Appreciate that, 72 Sam. You're like my only donator so far. Appreciate you so much. Let's see. By the way, dude, I'm a big fan of your content. I love your One Punch Man videos. Appreciate that. Thanks, King. Whenever there's a new chapter, I learn about it from you first. You're awesome, dude. Oh, okay. So, again, I mean, a lot of you weren't here when I first mentioned it, but if you enjoyed the One Punch Man chapter reviews, you like how early they come, channel members actually get them even earlier by a couple hours. So if you care about that and you want to support the channel, help me prevent me from doing the super cringy freaking Raid Shadow Legends ads, then becoming a channel member is the best way to do that. So yeah, here I'm gonna drop the link right here, and then we're gonna get back to the combo because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let's see. Pull up the chat. Here it is. Here's the link if anyone wants to become a channel member. It's only $5. I mean, I know some of you guys might not be able to, but I mean, you just being here. I appreciate you guys just being here. But let's get back to the questions. Hey, how's it going? Z8Y. Yeah, what's up? Do you think Genos will be a top 5 S-class hero by the end of the series? 100%. I think he has to be. I think I would debate that he's worthy of being top 5 right now. Cause there's what? There's Blast, Tatsumaki, Bang's retired now. So then next would probably be in terms of like actual like strength. I think maybe Metal Knight, and then Child Emperor left. So that'd be Genos, I think. And then who would, I don't know, maybe who would come before him? Maybe Flashy Flash. But yeah, I think he's already top 5 in my opinion. So they should get on that. But Genos died, by the way. I mean, technically he did, right? Yeah, but not for real. Did you notice that Reagan and Saitama have very different mentorship styles, but are still good? Reagan's mentorship style is an intentional foil to Suzy. Yeah. I mean, you gotta love them both, right? Reagan is like the king of Mob Psycho because dude's a liar. Dude's a fraud, and people just believe him to be this like super strong, crazy like psychic, right? So I think it's pretty funny that one has 2 people that are kind of like almost the same type of like gimmick, and they pull it off. He pulls it off so great in 2 different ways. So I don't know. I love Reagan. Let's see. Only 3 pure-hearted characters. One created. Mob, Captain of Body Improvement Club, Musa. Dude, yes, and Moomin Rider. Yeah, the whole Body Improvement Club. Like, I wish real life was like that, right? like the jocks at school, like they were actually that supportive and cool. Like that's generally just like a heartwarming show. If some of you guys haven't seen it, here, let's move on. Do you think that Drive Knight or Metal Knight might be the Mad Cyborg? Right now, I think Drive Knight is. He's really unknown and everything. Yeah, honestly, it's. I mean, there's a lot. I think what is it? Zonin. He kind of popularized that whole theory. It's very much possible. I mean, you can connect the dots that way. Maybe like Metal Knight created him or something, or maybe he was created by the organization. Like you can spend all day talking about how Drive Knight could be the Mad Cyborg, because it is possible. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would like it to be like that. I always kind of like imagine the Mad Cyborg would be like some different kind of super powerful robot or something. But I don't know. That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind it. I think Genos is the Mad Cyborg. That would be crazy. I had this whole theory a while ago that like Genos was the Mad Cyborg, but like Dr. Kuseno wiped his memory, and like he kind of implanted fake memories in there to make him think that he turned into a cyborg after the Mad Cyborg stuff. But in reality, he was the Mad Cyborg that Kuseno created. And he went crazy, but then he wiped his memory, and then he like turned him into a hero. That'd be a crazy twist, but who knows? We're just talking crazy talk now, right? Let's see. Sukuna might kill Kashimo with another open attack, but with lightning, just to rub on a wound. How badass would that be? Oh, but with lightning, just to rub it in the wound. Yeah, I mean, oh, man, I don't know, man. If we see open. If we see the word open come out of Sukuna's mouth next chapter, you know shit is going down, right? You know shit is getting wild. So, fingers crossed that's going to happen. That's a wild theory. Arcane Knight. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for videos, but now I don't watch anime. No problem. I mean, honestly, I haven't been keeping up with a whole lot of anime lately myself. I've been watching like JJK, and I haven't even caught up with JJK, but yeah, I've been mostly sticking to manga lately, so I feel that. Or maybe Genos' new body was made from the Mad Cyborg. Could be. Again, possible. Joe asks, let's see. I don't get what keeps Black S moving with his scheme. He knows Saitama is good at heart and won't be evil, always be an unbeatable obstacle. Yeah, it's weird to see what Black S is gonna, what role he's gonna play in the coming arcs, but I think he's gonna be a good guy eventually. I don't think he's gonna stay evil. That's my take, though. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but it's quite fast. Gojo said that he had the last finger, but knowing him, just remember the little joke to Nanami. Who knows if with his 6 eyes he saw that Yuji is the finger? That's a good point. I wouldn't put him past that, honestly. That's I mean, that would be a crazy twist, right? Let's see, I agree with that theory. Genos' Rampage might be a darker version of Mob's, a side of him that he hides and has to learn accept by being influenced by a super strong. Yeah, man, that'd be crazy, right? Completely agree with Dimple and Black S parallel. Oh yeah, big time. I think they were kind of put in to be like the same kind of character, but yeah, in terms of the One Punch Man chapter 193, because I haven't even been talking about it much, but I mean, if you guys have read the webcomic, you know what's gonna happen technically, chronologically in the story. But my whole thing is like, I don't know if so I think Flashy Flash is gonna come back into play this coming chapter. But at the same time, I feel like we might also be taken away to like Neo Hero stuff as well, because the way the story is written now in the manga, I feel like there's more stuff going on in one chapter, like cutting between like different scenes and different storylines, and there's like more storylines being injected. So maybe we see Suiko next chapter. Maybe we see like some more Neo Hero stuff, like Sekingar and Metal Bat joining the Neo Heroes. And then we also see some like little one-on-one with Saitama and Flashy Flash, which I'm also very, very excited to see, because Flashy Flash, like anytime that he's drawn doing anything in, like when it comes to a fight, like it looks amazing. Like Murata knocks it out of the freaking park. So that fingers crossed that we actually get some kind of fighting next chapter, because it's been pretty light. It's been pretty light these past couple chapters. I'm not gonna lie. Like still good chapters, but not a whole lot of fighting, not a whole lot of like, it's just been a lot of building to the next arc, which is fine. And King, there's been a lot of King, so you can't be mad at that. Let's see. If Sukuna can copy abilities, can he copy domains as well? I don't think so. Because with domain expansions, it's like a certain area of the brain that creates domain expansions, right? So I don't think that he can copy that. I think he could just maybe like mimic abilities, if that makes sense. Like how he can like use Max Elephant's water ability, without actually summoning Max Elephant. Maybe like using his own version of a Piercing Blood. He can do stuff like that, like maybe do like pseudo curse technique abilities. But like I don't think he can copy domains. I feel like that'd be way too broken. Hopefully Darkshine and Silverfang get at least one more major battle before One Punch Man ends. Yeah, Darkshine definitely will. He's gonna have his character moment where he stops being so like cowardly or so shallow, and he actually does hero stuff to be a hero, right? Like, and he's more fearless by the end of the story. So he's definitely gonna have his moment. I don't know about Bang though. I feel like Bang might have had his final fight in the Monster Association arc, unfortunately, against Garo. But it was a great fight, so I mean, at least we weren't disappointed. Let's see, Reagan versus King. I'm going to with just imagine Reagan versus King. That would be that'd be the fight to end all fights. I think next One Punch Man chapter will be the beginning of the Ninja Village arc, like the webcomic. Just Flashy Flash asking the Saitama to train, then one chapter of Neo Heroes, and then one Ninja Village chapter. Hi, I love your content. Appreciate that. Thank you, JCC. But to answer your question, Gia, or I guess your statement, whatever, I do think that that's probably pretty spot on. I think we're gonna get a meeting between. So if things go as they do in the webcomic, we're gonna get a meeting between Saitama and Flashy Flash, and then someone else. I don't want to do too much spoilery stuff here, because some people here haven't read the webcomic. So then someone else is gonna come into the fray that's also involved in the ninja stuff. So once he gets introduced, I think it's gonna be like the cliffhanger that the chapter leaves off on, and then we're gonna get like full into the Ninja Village stuff, which will probably be like, I don't know, like 2 more chapters. I think 2 chapters would be solid for all the Ninja Village stuff, and then we're gonna move on to the Neo Hero stuff, which is also gonna be exciting. Maybe we'll see a certain someone soon. why anyone is not using guns or snipers against Sukuna. Would it be easier or not effective at all? I think with like at this point, with if he was like a regular sorcerer, then yeah. But like with reverse curse technique, I feel like maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. I'm sure, like I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of contingency built against that because I mean, somebody would have had to have tried using that idea by now, right? Like Kenjaku brought it up, so maybe that comes back into play at some point. But I mean, yeah, you could literally just pull out a freaking shotgun, or not a shotgun, pull up to his head, and then boom, pull the trigger, and then what happens? If you blow his head off, he's done, right? But who knows with Sukuna? Maybe he could survive without a brain. Did Saitama actually break the box that is omniversal? I don't know, man. I mean, he time traveled, so shit, anything's possible with him. What was your first anime? Mine was Sonic X. Mine was probably Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. No, I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I know like a lot of people don't even consider that an anime just because like it technically was though. So yeah, it was probably Yu-Gi-Oh. Probably a boring answer, but you know, sorry about that. Mine was 7 Deadly Sins. Oh, really? Okay. I liked the first season. After that, I didn't really like it so much. But the first season, or like the first 2 seasons, was pretty good. Seven Deadly Sins. Fairy Tail, never checked it out, but seems decent. Mine was Doraemon. Oh, okay. Never seen Doraemon either. Let's see. Reagan's self-defense, Rush versus casual serious punches. Now we're talking crazy talk, man. We don't know who's gonna win that one. Reagan's pretty unbeatable, so I don't know about that. But yeah, with I don't know. I'm really hoping that we see Flashy Flash next chapter. I hope we get some action next One Punch Man chapter because again, I love the story building. You know, I love all the stuff that's been set up, I guess. But like, at some point, you gotta want to see some action, right? So fingers crossed that we get some of that. And I don't know. I mean, maybe like I wouldn't mind it if we stuck like pretty closely to how the webcomic went too. I mean, we don't have to divert too much from you know, webcomic stuff and add some new manga stuff because we already kind of did that with this past chapter. Like the whole stuff with the Fubuki group and recruiting freaking Overgrown Rover, that never happened. So I mean, we already got a nice little manga exclusive stuff. So I think we can start sticking to the webcomic more tightly. At least I think so. I don't know. What do you guys think? Mine was Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I mean Dragon Ball Z was definitely one of the first 3 anime I ever watched. Mine was Captain Tsubasa. Never heard of that. Do you know when the next season is coming of One Punch Man? Man, I wish I could tell you. I really wish I could. But I'm optimistically we get an announcement of a studio this year, and then we get season 3 like fall of next year. That's like my optimistic take of it. But yeah, it's yet to be seen if that's actually going to be the case. Oh yeah, so Ultimate Mob versus Tatsumaki outcome is said to be unknown. Yeah, that'd be a tight one. I think I'd put my money on Mob though. I don't know. 7 Deadly Sins manga is a bit better. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Am I the only one that doesn't like Blue? He literally took the lazy way to get stronger instead of training and aspire to be stronger than his dad. We don't know a ton about Blue, so I mean it's kind of hard to say exactly how hard he's actually trained or what he's actually done. So I guess the jury's still out on that guy. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope in the future we see Genos' virtual fighting sim. Oh yeah, like in the audiobook or whatever. Because I like to see more old monsters return and fight other heroes. Yeah, that would be cool. I remember when Garo mentioned that whole like sparring match or fighting tournament with to bang. Here, let me see if I can find the panel. But like when he's like said he wants to fight all of these different heroes like in order to become like as strong as he was when he was in like his Cosmic Fear mode. I feel like maybe that was alluding to the possibility that like maybe there's going to be something similar to that, like some kind of simulation or some kind of fighting tournament. And like maybe we see some like old monsters return in some kind of simulation thing, like where Dr. Genus kind of helps out with it. That would be pretty badass. You know what? I'm not even gonna put the panel up. Whatever. It's gonna take too long. But yeah, I think you guys know what I mean. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. It's kind of just see like a almost like a mini fighting tournament with some S-class heroes and Garo, and then like throw in some like simulated monsters. That'd be pretty badass. Let's see. Do you think Garo will actually reawaken, like he said, to Bang at some point in the story? I think so. I think he's gonna like create his own like perfected fist again, but it's not gonna be so damn evil this time, or else it wouldn't have gotten brought up, right? So, I mean, it seems like Garo's gonna have a lot more to do in the manga version than in the webcomic version. It seems like. Which is great. I mean, in the webcomic, you hardly ever see him, and it seems like maybe we'll be seeing him once in a while in the manga. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. Thank no problem, JCC. Doraemon, Metabots, Captain. Yeah, half of those I haven't heard of, but hey, I'm glad you enjoyed them. You are the best. Hey, Nasreen. Nasreen. Sorry if I say your name wrong, but yeah, I appreciate you hopping in the stream. Second stream ever. Kashimo might get the upper hand against Sukuna, but his body may give up before he can take Sukuna out. Yeah, honestly, that's definitely possible because, like with Kashimo, like since he's like on a tick, like he's like on a clock. I mean, come on, there's no way that Gege didn't like implant that little detail for it to not come back and bite him in the ass, like in the worst possible way, right? Like I think he might have like one moment where he's gonna do like a decisive blow that might put Sukuna out for like not for good, but like for deal some heavy amounts of damage, and then his body just gives out on him before that, and that'd be just a total. That would suck. That would be a total tease. But I feel like that's definitely very possible with the way that Kashimo's curse technique set up. Do you think Sukuna can still use the 10 Shadows ability? I don't think so now. It all depends on like whether he has left Megumi's body or if he's like modified Megumi's body. You know what I mean? Like, did Megumi's body just explode? Did he like pull his soul out of it like to reincarnate, or did he like remorph Megumi's body somehow to take on this form? I don't know, but it all depends on whether he's still in his body or not. But I think he should be able to use the 10 shadows, but he also doesn't have any more shadows to use, I don't think. Like, minus, like, Escape Rabbit or something. That's really it. How strong do you think Metal Knight will be at his peak? I mean, we're seeing it right now before, actually, I don't want to get into spoiler stuff, but he's got some capabilities, man. Like, if he were like a monster, let's say, like his threat level would definitely be like a really top tier dragon, because just the sheer number of robots that he has at his disposal and how strong each one of those robots are, he can devastate multiple cities at one time. So he's definitely up there in terms of strength. That's why I think he's a top 5 hero, even though we haven't seen him do much, because his like capabilities are out of this freaking world, right? I prefer Garo fight in the webcomic. My only criticism of the mangas are the redraws. I often prefer the pre-draw chat. Yeah, sometimes I did prefer the old versions. So I don't know. I mean, it's whatever though. Like, I guess you kind of gotta. That's part of the experience of being a One Punch Man manga fan, right? What about Zoids? Still talking about anime. Inuyasha. I loved Inuyasha. I used to love watching Inuyasha on Adult Swim, but I think the webcomic Monster Garo from that got swapped out for Cosmic Garo will return in the future. Maybe in the fight against God, he will turn into that form because he doesn't have God's power. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna have a monster version, but he might have a different form. Who knows? Do you think One Punch Man will fight God? Yeah, by the end of the series, I'm pretty sure he will in some capacity. But yeah, I mean that's definitely something that's got to happen, right? But yeah, I mean, man, has anybody seen any changes with the JJK leaks? They're probably coming at the same time as they usually do, right? You kind of have to, right? Yeah, I think so. So I mean, there might be some new people here from before I last mentioned this, but I'm gonna be doing, or maybe I didn't mention it at all. I'm gonna be doing a JJK leak live stream as well, after the leaks drop and after I drop my video covering them. So I'm gonna just be reacting with you guys, getting your thoughts on the spoilers and stuff like that. See what you guys think. So that's gonna be fun. And then the next day, tomorrow, after the One Punch Man chapter drops, I'm gonna be doing a live stream kind of talking about that chapter as well. So I'm gonna be streaming pretty frequently these next like 24 hours. So be on the lookout for that. And again, as I said, channel members, you guys get the One Punch Man chapter review a little bit early, which is nice. Do you think could Tatsumaki win against Platinum S? Maybe. I think it'd be a pretty tight one between them two, to be honest. I think Platinum S might be able to pull out the win, but it's hard to say. It really is. Do you think Nobara is still alive? I do think Nobara is still alive. Look, I could be wrong. I could be missing something here to make this not make sense, but I do think that her resonance ability will come back into play with the final Sukuna finger. And I don't think this is an original thought. I'm pretty sure other people have like theorized this in the past, but I think she's gonna use the last Sukuna finger with her resonance to deal like a heavy blow to Sukuna, or like enough of a blow to stun him or something, like she did in the Shibuya incident with Mahito, and that's gonna let Yuji and Megumi deal like some massive damage on Sukuna while he's stunned or something. That's how I think she's gonna have like her big entrance back into the manga, like revealed that she was alive the whole time, and she pretty much pulled a Yuji in the beginning of the anime where like they all thought he was dead but really he wasn't. But I mean, maybe I'm just coping, guys. Maybe I'm just coping. We'll see. I love that Moomin Rider appearance in the most recent chapter with the monster, says Hiro Betts. Legit teared up for Moomin Rider. He has the pure heart of yeah, he really. I love that chapter, man. With him and what's his name? Yankee something, like Devil Yankee or something like that. Like when he told him, he's like, man, that was incredible. You did a great job. Like that. Honestly, that made me choke up a little bit too. That was a perfect panel. And I'm actually going to pull that panel up right now because I love it so damn much. Let's see. Appraisal. Was it this chapter? Let's see. Nope, wasn't this one. Let's see. Yes, it was this one. Okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm like, man, this is like peak Moomin Rider. Oh, let's see. Come on. In the meantime, though, I mean, are you guys excited for the JJK chat? Let me know in the chat if you're here for One Punch Man, if you're here for JJK, because I'm curious to see what the division is here. Control G? No, Control D. S. Oh my god, did I forget how to screenshot on my PC? I think I did. Darn it. Well, I guess I can't pull up a screenshot of Moomin Rider. Whoops. Because I don't know how to work a PC. But that's alright, don't worry about it. Watchdog Man needs to pull up and do something. He's the only one that we don't know how strong he is. Yeah, that's true. He's probably gonna pull up in the webcomic soon. That's what I think. Because for obvious reasons, because he's gonna need to be, because his city's gonna be involved, right? So I think we're gonna be seeing some crazy Watchdog Man stuff pretty soon, which will be cool. Who wins, King or Moomin Rider? King never loses. King versus Saitama will just somehow end up in King winning. I mean, come on. Hooray for Sukuna. Yeah, okay. I think Nobara is still alive because she is not in the airport with Geto and the others. That's what a lot of people are saying. So, I mean, that's kind of like people that are coping for Nobara coming back. That's kind of like what people hang on to, which, I mean, including myself, right? Both. You're here for both. One Punch Man, I like both. One Punch Man. In here for both. I love that because, yeah, like if you guys were here from day one, like I was primarily One Punch Man for a while, and then I started introducing JJK and like other series, and like they didn't do nearly as well. But like at the same time, I'm like, I love One Punch Man, but I don't want to just talk about that. I want to talk about other stuff with you guys, right? So it's great to see that some people are here like both and like me talking about both, because it makes it a lot more enjoyable for me to make videos. Because I mean, I could make a million One Punch Man videos, but eventually they're gonna get old. So it's nice to mix it up. I wonder if Yuji will use Sukuna's domain against Sukuna, since Gojo said in time Yuji will be able to use Sukuna's abilities. Yeah, I think that's going to come back into play, especially since it seems like he has some kind of soul swapping ability. It seems like Sukuna could do the same, right? So, yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing some big Yuji stuff coming soon. Probably not next chapter, but probably in the next like 2-3 chapters. Just thinking about the last stream about destroying the limiter One Punch Man, I think that Saitama is physical, King is luck from Zombie, and Zombie Man is extreme healing. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. I mean, Zombie Man, I don't know if he's going to remove his limiter, but I think Zombie Man could definitely be pushed to the point, or like progress to the point where he could just become like an eyeball and he could regenerate his entire body around that. That would be sick. And I love Zombie Man, so I would love to see that, like, especially getting drawn by Murata, like having his musculature, his skeleton, then his musculature, then his skin start reforming. That would be so awesome to see. Hey, bro, this early in the morning, live stream. Oh, man, sorry about that. For me, it's like almost 8:30 p.m. for me, so I might be switching up the times for the live streams. Like once in a while, trying the morning, trying the evening for me, see what you guys enjoy. Let me know what time it is for you guys, if you don't mind me asking. That way I can see, like, let me know if you want me to maybe do some streams, like, at different times of the day, because, this is new to me, so. You're so chill and kind of silly. Appreciate that, Arcane. Thanks for joining. I appreciate all you guys that are here, because, again, this is my second stream, and I don't really know what to expect with this stuff. I kind of just, like, free ball it, for a lack of a better term. And you guys are great in the comment section. You guys keep giving me stuff to talk about, so that's much appreciated from all of you. But, what do you think Pig God's ultimate ability is? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people say it's probably like I don't know if you've seen My Hero with Fat Gum, how he can like metabolize all of his fat into like one super strong blow. I think it might be something similar to that, but that'd be kind of like the generic like fat superpower thing, right? So I don't know. I mean, that's like the easiest answer. Other than that, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I never really gave it that much thought. That'd be an interesting thing to talk about in a video though. So good idea. Imagine that Gojo's death was made to tease that Nobara is still alive. Like that's all that it was for. Like the reason Gojo died that way and had that dream sequence was just to set up Nobara. That'd be funny. Especially because Gege like just hates Gojo, so I could definitely see that being like something he like thought of, right? UGS plot killed. Okay, Gojo's afterlife scene was of his younger life. No, Nobara would have been. Oh yeah, true. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So Nobara, the second best girl after Miwa, might never come back. Sheesh, that might be true, my friend. That might be true. Do you play video games? I do sometimes. Not as much as before. Like I used to play, like the usual stuff like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Overwatch, and all that. But not so much anymore. Now I play Marvel Snap actually, when I do play games. So I don't know if you guys play that game, Marvel Snap. Let me know if you do in the comments below, because I might stream that one of these days when we're just chatting and stuff like that. So you have something to look at, like instead of just a flat screen. Okay, 6:30 p.m. where you're at, 9:23 a.m. where you're at, 8:23 p.m. 9:20. Oh, so we have some diversity here in times. 8:23 from Peru. Hey, Peru. Okay, a fellow Spanish speaker. Damn, yeah, we have a lot of variation in times here. 11:23 a.m. On the latest One Punch Man, what do you think Dr. Genius is up to in the basement? So, without getting into webcomic stuff, he says that the incubation chamber is taken. When like he's referring to Mosquito Girl getting a new blood sac. So obviously he's creating something in there that he wants Zombie Man to see. So, I mean, without getting into spoiler stuff, it's really hard to guess what it could be, but it could be another creation of his, or like, I don't know, like a weird like biological upgrade to Zombie Man. I don't know, but I mean, hopefully we see that soon, because we really don't even see it in the webcomic. I mean, we do, but like we don't see much of it, so I don't know. Do you think Sukuna was able to copy Gojo's Limitless since Sukuna can copy abilities? I think there's a chance that he's able to do like certain things that maybe Gojo can with his ability, like teleport. But I think it'd be really difficult to copy his abilities unless you have Limitless. Does that make sense? I feel like you inherently have to have Limitless to be able to do anything remotely close to what he can do. But I don't know. Maybe. What do you think Yuji's cursed ability is? I mean, he could soul swap. That's what it seems like he could do right now. But he also might have swallowed the cursed wound death paintings that were left over. And he might be gaining their abilities as well, or at least gaining their cursed energy. So it's hard to tell. I mean, soul swapping is like the front and center thing right now. So we're gonna see what he has to do with that. Your thoughts on art style of JJK and One Punch Man? I think with the type of story that JJK was telling, like initially the art wasn't like great, but like the way that Gege writes and the way like he choreographs his stories and lays the panels out, it still looked really good. Like it just still was enjoyable. It's a lot like with Chainsaw Man. Like early Chainsaw Man wasn't like the best drawn, right? Early Chainsaw Man didn't have incredible art. And the same goes for JJK with me, but the way the story was written and the way the story was told, I feel like it made it to where like the so-so art was like almost a part of it and made it like as good as it was, if that makes sense. But I think Gege's art has definitely improved a lot, and is definitely, especially with his landscapes or like backgrounds, his art has definitely improved a lot, and it's very good. At least I think so. And you know, with Murata's art style in One Punch Man, I mean, come on, incredible. Top 3 manga artists of all time to me. Obviously Kentaro Miura is up there. He's probably number 1 for me. And I mean, yeah, there's other mangakas out there. I'm probably being a little ignorant saying top 3, but he's definitely at least top 3 in my book. Indian time right now, 6:58. All right, hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you joined. Real or not, One Punch Man season 3 will arrive late because of Murata's super phenomenal art. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard to adapt a lot of the art to make it look as nice, right? But I think whatever, depending on the studio, but if it's Mappa, if it's even Ufotable, I think they can knock it out of the park. I have faith in them. Maybe Yuji will fight Sukuna next. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying at the top of the video, like the middle of the video, it's definitely going to be Kashimo, and it's going to be Kashimo and Sukuna 1v1 this entire chapter. And we're going to see what Kashimo can do with his full-on curse technique. I'm leaning towards, I don't think we're going to be seeing his domain expansion. Again, let me know in the comments if you guys disagree with me or whatever, but I think Kashimo's probably going to die at the end of this next chapter, if not the end of the next one. But I don't think he has more than 2 chapters in him, just because his you know, he has a very limited amount of time with his curse technique, it seems like. So we'll see, but I mean, I think Yuji and the other students are gonna hop in probably in the next 2 chapters, and maybe it's not even Yuji that fights him first. Maybe it's like Maki and Takaba and those other people that fight him first, and then Yuji comes in because they have some kind of like coordinated plan. Because you also got to think, like, why is Hikari hopping in to fight Urame, and like nobody else has joined in, right? I think they have kind of some kind of coordination going to where you're gonna go in first, then these people are gonna go in, and then Yuji's gonna be doing some like sneaky stuff in the background or something. That's what I think, at least. I don't think that Saitama's ships will ever happen. He really doesn't seem interested whatsoever, like the fandom would hope. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna end up with like Tatsumaki or Fubuki or anything at the end. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy. He just loves hot pot, and he loves fighting strong opponents, which he hasn't done in a long time. So, you know what I mean? He's a pretty simple guy. I can appreciate that. For me, top mangaka artists are Yusuke Murata, Boichi, and Araki. Okay. All right. For sure, Kashimo will die after his ability. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're not too attached to him. There's not really any reason for him to exist other than like give us a freaking amazing fight against Sukuna and like maybe weaken him or something, you know. Every day to go check the release date of season 3, but I don't get it. Yeah, man, we're probably not going to be getting an announcement until, and maybe we get it like at Jump Festa or something this year. When is it, like December or something? If we're lucky, and then once we get a studio announcement, then the hype will build back up, and maybe we get the anime late next year or something, optimistically. Thoughts on my gambling addiction. Wait. Thoughts on my gambling addict God Hikari fight. Okay, at first I thought you were saying that you're a gambling addict. I was gonna say, hey, sorry about that, man. But Hikari, man, Hikari's domain expansion, his curse technique is so like, it's the most like Togashi homage thing that like one of the most like specific references to like him that I've ever seen like Gege do in the manga. In terms of like having this super complicated ability that like we step away and like just to have this long-winded explanation of, like we do with a lot of Togashi stuff when he's explaining really intricate and complicated abilities. I think that's like Gege's like paying homage to him by just having like this specific curse technique be so goddamn complicated but really cool and really strong. I love Hikari's his ability because it's really unpredictable. It's on it depends a lot on variance, but like the way Hikari uses it, it's almost like he can guarantee himself like a limitless cursed energy buff whenever he needs it. So against Urame, it's gonna be really awesome to see. I can't wait. Let's see. I hope season 3 is taking long because it's going to be 25 episodes to cover most of the villain association or better yet all of it. Yeah, I think if we were gonna cover the entire monster association arc in the anime in season 3, it would have to be 24 or 25 episodes because I mean, like there's no way you can adapt all the stuff that happens in that arc well enough, like be, you know, pay respect to it, you know, show as much of it as you can in just 12 episodes. There's absolutely no way, or else they would cut out a ton of stuff and it would suck. So that's why I do think that it would be 25 episodes if they end up covering it all just in season 3. If not, then it's going to be probably split into 2 seasons. And likely, if they do split it into 2 seasons, I think season 3 would end if it was 12 episodes, like where Garo transforms into like a monster officially for the first time after he fights Super Alloy Darkshine, and like this would be after also Saitama has his big fight with Orochi, and that would be like the big fight to cap off the end of the season, and then we kick off next season with Monster Garo in the surface and everything else that happens. I guess that I don't know. That's like the most logical split for me, but I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. Let's see. Do you think that Yuji gonna get a domain expansion? Honestly, that would be pretty cool if he did. You know what? Like, what if his domain expansion is like how he literally implants like false memories into like Choso and freaking Choso and Toto? What if it's like something like that? I think that would be pretty funny. I don't know, but I mean, it's really hard to guess what his curse technique could, or his domain expansion would be if he ever got one. How would an interaction between Saitama and Mob go? Dude, barely any talking. I think they'd enjoy each other's company because neither likes to like talk too much. So, and you know, Saitama doesn't like to talk too much. So I think they'd have a good time. They'd be friends. Tatsumaki or Fubuki? Fubuki. I don't know. Tough choice, man. As a character in the series, I really like Fubuki because Tatsumaki can get kind of annoying. I don't know. But she's also a good character. She has a good backstory, and I like the way like she's getting developed in the manga, kind of growing as a character. So it's hard to say. You can't go wrong with both, my friend. You really can't. Yo, what's up? How's it going, Big T? What's up? Chat. Wait while we try to reconnect. Ooh, the chat got disconnected, huh? Okay, no, we're back. I think Kashimo will be on the verge of death, but then Sukuna is going to use Open to send him off as a way to respect, like he did with Jogo. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I mean, Gege likes to do that. He likes to kind of like call back to certain things. in a different way. And I think this is a way he could do it. He can like finally use another one of those like open abilities to finish off Kashimo. But Kashimo would have definitely like dealt some kind of damage to Sukuna at that point. So that, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Will there be any opponents stronger than Cosmic Garo before God? It'd be really hard. It'd be really hard to find one, man, because he literally could copy Saitama blow for blow up to a certain point. So I mean, it'd be really hard to find somebody that strong. So I honestly kind of don't think so. I want to see Saitama surfing Evil Man water on an aircraft carrier. Oh, in the anime, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. That was a pretty funny sequence in the manga. I agree. I just want to see Saitama. Oh yeah, I already read that. Garo was godly, but Saitama threw away portals and teleportation. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember too that Saitama technically might not be as strong as he was like during his fight with Garo, because like the timeline's kind of reset. You know what I mean? One of the season 3 panels. Oh yeah, dude. There's a ton of godly art to be adapted in season 3, so we're gonna eat, guys, if we get a good studio. I like Fubuki a lot more. She is more friendly and outgoing. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Phantom Orion. Okay, how's it going, bud? Thank God Murata didn't draw any female characters from Mob Psycho 100. Oh yeah, true. I mean, that's the one thing I really love about Mob Psycho. It stays true to the art that one draws, which I think makes it really unique and really good. Can you only see that happen quick? What are you referring to? Did you ask something before and I'm just not thinking about it? I don't know. Let me know, Phantom, what you're talking about. How do you think a fight between Garo and Sukuna would go? Sheesh. I don't think... See, because I think, okay, so Garo can, like, adapt and grow stronger, and, you know, he's a prodigy, right? But so is Sukuna. And also on top of that, like, base Sukuna, I feel like, would be stronger than base Garo. So if he uses his dismantle technique, it's GG's for him, right? Like, Garo would die before he could, like, have enough time to adapt. So I think base Garo versus base Sukuna, like, his He and Arrow form, I think Sukuna would win. Then ask Goku. He should know about Saitama, right? Who do you think will be on the cover page of One Punch Man this chapter? I think it's gonna be Flashy Flash, or I think it's gonna be like maybe Sonic, or both. I don't know, but I think it's gonna be one of them, or it could be Saitama again. That last Saitama cover was pretty fire. I'm gonna pull it up actually. I think I can pull that one up. When he's bench pressing 2 black holes. I mean, I was talking about this in the last stream. People were like all up in arms, like, oh my god, like he's not really bench pressing 2 black holes, like it's on a cover, it's not canon. Like, dude, just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy it. It's a funny cover, it looks cool, like, just enjoy it. But you know, people, like, they complain about everything. But yeah, I think it's probably gonna be Flashy Flash for Sonic. I always look forward to the Murata covers, man, because they're just so fun. Or like they're so well drawn. Like, besides though, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I started getting really tired of like the Fubuki covers. Like, at some point you're gonna be like, all right, man, like, let's get something else in here. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't complain, but like, I don't know, I like seeing like variation in the covers. Like, it's just like a little bit more of Murata's art that we get to enjoy. So yeah, let's see. Oh, let's pop up that picture here. This one, go bye-bye. Right? No. There we go. Okay, add this one. Let's see Saitama here. Browse. Yeah, there we go. Look at our boy here. Bench pressing 2 black holes, or 2 singularities, whatever the hell you want to call them. Look at that. Let's get back to the chat here. Thank God Murata didn't draw any. Okay, I already read that. Can you only see that happen really quick? How do you think? I lost my place here. Garros. I appreciate you guys hopping in here, man. We're an hour deep and we still got some people enjoying the stream, so I appreciate you guys. My favorite JJK chapter is the most likely Dagon. Imagine you're at a beach, but it's Dagon's domain. Yeah, that was sick. I can't wait to see that in the anime. I cannot wait to see that in the anime. It's gonna be so good. But Dagon definitely, he's an underrated character in JJK for sure. Or I mean, I don't know, maybe he's appropriately rated, but I feel like he's not talked about enough. I preferred him to Hanami. I preferred him to even Jogo in terms of like how cool they are, like their domain expansions. I don't know. I always liked Dagon. He was pretty cool. I am alone in my house right now, so love that you did a stream. Hey, no problem, man. Hey, stay safe. Stay safe, all right? Nice all. Appreciate you hopping in the stream, though. Saitama, my favorite one. Yeah, Saitama's a great character, of course. That was one of the best covers. Yeah, it's a great cover, right? Like, it's just like, it's so random, too. Like, what the hell is he doing bench pressing 2 singularities like that, right? Who do you think would win, Sukuna or Luffy? With Luffy Gear 5, I mean, shit. But I don't know. That's a tough one to figure out, just because their whole power systems are so different. You know, I want to say Sukuna, but I mean, come on, like Luffy can make anything happen pretty much. Yo. How's it going, man? Anime boy, what's up? I would love to see Nichiren on the cover page. Yeah, I love that guy. He's pretty awesome, especially since we like just saw him split freaking mountains, right? You're a One Punch Man fan and you love other anime. You are just like me. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of One Punch Man fans like other anime, but yeah, I do love One Punch Man, man. You know that. Hour time. Yeah, it's been an hour. Actually, yeah, I gotta, since, okay. For me, the spoilers come out. They start coming out around like 1 in the morning for me. So I usually take like a little nap between like now and then to be able to be awake for them, you know. So I'm probably gonna be heading to bed soon. Yeah, here I'm gonna drop my link here to join as a channel member. I'm also gonna drop my link here to join the Discord, join my Discord, because I could chat with you guys there even more. If you join as a channel member, you get One Punch Man chapter reviews before anybody, even before you know, you guys get them earlier just by being a subscriber to me. But you get them even earlier if you're a channel member, plus like emojis and stuff like that. So, would appreciate the support for the channel. I appreciate all you guys hopping in the stream. Again, I will be streaming after the JJK leaks come out, and after I post that video. So we're likely, so we're probably looking at around like 4 a.m. Central Standard Time, CST or whatever. That's when I'm going to be streaming again. I'll probably schedule it again, just to, you know, if any of you guys are up, we can chat about the spoilers, get your guys' reactions, and kind of think about what's going to happen next. And then some hours after that, after the One Punch Man chapter drops, probably around like 11 or 12 CST, I'm going to cover that in the live stream as well. So hopefully I can see you guys in all of them. Let's look through these last couple comments. Do you remember the Lizard Man in the beginning of season 2 of One Punch Man? Yeah, of course. Tongue Stretcher? Yeah, that fucking guy. He's a creep. Need at least my official updates for One Punch Man season 3 badly. Yeah, me too, man. I think as a chat mod, or even you can pin some comments. Oh yeah, I could do that. I don't know, man. I'm still figuring this stuff out. But enjoy the stream, man. Hey, appreciate that, Arslan. Hopefully you could join the next couple. I'm gonna be streaming a lot these next couple weeks, or going forward, because yesterday's stream was really fun, and I don't know. I might be doing some stuff like to show you guys on screen, so like you're not just staring at a flat image this entire time. So I mean, yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some suggestions for that. But what if JJK had some stand powers like JoJo's? That would be sick. I wouldn't mind that. What are your opinion on the iPhone 15 drama? I think I mean, honestly, dude, I don't upgrade iPhones until I absolutely have to. Like, I have an iPhone 12 right now and it's still working pretty fine. So I don't know. I mean, they're lying about it. That they're super durable, because they're not, apparently. But, you know, whatever. more important things to deal with, like what's going to happen in the next chapter. That's right. So, all right, that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I appreciate all of you hopping into this one. If you guys are for those of you that are gonna be available for the JJK leaks coverage in a couple hours, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. But otherwise, have an absolutely wonderful morning, night, afternoon, whatever, and I'll see you guys later.